We go from the driver of the Penske number 3 to the driver of the Verizon number 12. If I have my math on my fingers and toes correct, his 18th Indianapolis 500-mile race. Started, obviously, a former winner in the Indy 500. It is Will Power that joins us now. Will, this is Greg. How you doing this afternoon?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Obviously, you have dealt with a lot. Any guy that has been around this sport for as long as you have, that has been in as many 500s as you have been, has dealt with a lot. What you and the team kind of had to deal with the last couple of days, that's an entirely different animal. Kind of how you coping with all this right now.
Yeah, it is what it is, and I have to say on yesterday I had one of the best cars I've had all month. Felt really good, got in a great window, felt confident, was able to pass and so on. So that's a good sign. Things change very quickly around here with wind and temperatures. Oh, you got to be on your toes, but very happy with the setup right now.
You have been through this before, and I have forgotten what year you kind of had to come from the back of the field. So you've been there, done that, and you well know nobody has won from as far back as you're going to attempt to on Sunday. Just how does your race change going from row 4 to row 11?
Yeah, that's true. It definitely starts with a different downforce level, and just have to be very clean the whole time with pit stops, everything, and just slowly, methodically work our way up and hopefully be at the front at the end.
Again, Will Power, our guest. Greg Rakestraw for Jay Query here on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. When I say the phrase, your 18th Indianapolis 500, what's your instant reaction knowing that you've now been a part of this so many times?
It doesn't seem like that many. It does not seem like 18. That's crazy. Yeah, man, time goes fast, huh? Yeah, it's the funny thing is it never gets easier
right
around here. It's a very difficult place. I have a ton of experience, so I'm very well rounded in all the little details that matter over, a 500-mile race. But yeah, it's been fun. It's when you look back on it, the stress, the pressure, the elation when you win, the ups and downs, the qualifying weekends. There's nothing more stressful, I would say, than qualifying weekend. It is just an ongoing stress. And, race, obviously you wake up in the race, you're in the race, and you don't have to go through many different rounds and whether we should go out again or any of that. But yeah, it's been fun.
I didn't have a chance to talk about this with Scott because obviously so much of the conversation leading into qualifying and qualifying weekend was all things hybrid, like it has been in the series for the better part of the last 10 or 11 months. You can now put dealing with the hybrid and qualifying behind you. How different is this race car compared to what it was a year ago because of the hybrid weight, hybrid power effect, et cetera?
It doesn't feel very different in race configuration. It's definitely more unforgiving because of the weight when you have a moment. It's much harder to catch, but it feels very similar the way you're racing, all that. It's not a big deal.
When it comes to having you and Joseph kind of in a similar position, how much can that help you during the course of the race where you guys can kind of attack this together? Or once the race starts, you guys are on two different, I wouldn't say plans, but you're on two different teams. Does it change your mindset knowing you've got somebody else there right with you and kind of in the same issue?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know if that's good or bad. You can. I think you want cars that are easy to pass around you,
right?
But who knows, man? It's such an unpredictable sport. You never know some of these things. You can say good luck or bad luck is just the way it is, and sometimes these are these things. puts you in the right place at the right time, and you can't question it.
You have now been doing this for 2 decades, if not more, in terms of the States. And I asked a question of this to your teammate being a Kiwi, but being an Aussie, when did running an IndyCar and when did running in the Indianapolis 500 really become a tangible goal/dream for you? When did you start thinking about that as a young racer?
Well, I always loved open wheel cars. It's just, from when I was a little kid, my dad had a Formula 2 car.
Yeah.
It became more of a reality when I moved to Europe. I was racing, trying to get into Formula 1, and then ultimately got a test in the Champ car. And that's, how it all started to unfold. And here I am, 20 years later.
You are part of this remarkable generation. And again, your number of races is not that far behind Elio's 25 and Scott's 23 and Ed's 22 and what's going to be Marco's 20. And again, for kind of all of you, I think there's an acknowledgement, hey, there's 1, 2 handful, but not a lot. What's it like to go into this race knowing I'm not sure how many more of these I'm going to compete in? Do you even acknowledge that until somebody like me asks you that question?
Yep, you definitely know. You don't know how many you got left, so you try to enjoy it as much as possible. It's that is certainly something you do think of.
I know you guys train like the bejesus to be as physically fit for the demands that are asked to turn 200 laps, 800 corners, 500 miles, etc. You literally just have had 7 days in a race car, which is not normal for you. How you feeling today after turning laps 7 days in a row?
It's fine. Kind of got withdrawals. I get withdrawals when I'm not driving. Yeah, it's all fine, and look forward to it. It's kind of good to have a break, and it all just sinks in. I think when you get back in the car, you feel better, and your brain gets to download and assess everything that's happened, and you always come back a little stronger. So yeah.
Final thing, Will, before we let you go, again, former Indianapolis 500-mile race winner Will Power, our guest. Greg Rakestraw filling in for Jake Query. Will on the Rheingeist hotline here on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. If I ask you favorite part about coming to the track, an easy answer is racing. Favorite memory, obviously, would be winning an Indianapolis 500, not to mention numerous other road course events here at 16th in Georgetown. What's the best part about coming back to IMS with your face on the Borg Warner? Things that maybe the average person wouldn't think about. Best part of having your name attached to this track as a winner is what to you?
Oh, man, that's, the best part about coming back here, I think, is the chance to win a second.
It's a good thing. And now the follow-up question to that, even from where you're starting, do you feel you can do it?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I really do. I'm certain you can do it from there.
Well, if anybody can do it, it'd be you and Joseph, right?
Yeah, and, it's just, like I said, it's not good or bad luck. It's just the way it is, and sometimes it's a big blessing that you start back there. You just don't know. You don't know.
For all of us in life, it's about playing the hand you're dealt. And I wish you the best of luck in doing that on Sunday. Will, I know you're busy. Thank you so much for the time. Best of luck on race day on Sunday.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You got it. Will Power, kind enough to join us. Thank you to Team Penske. And again, they didn't have to do those interviews. A lot of folks would have said, hey, we're going to pull back. They did not. Obviously, I asked questions. I did not dig deeply into them, but because I wanted to make sure that you got, the listener, as much out of those interviews as possible.